Peggy 18.
I'm Stephen Burns. I am the producer of the 2019 Resident Evil live-action trailer. The original Resident Evil 2 had a very cool live-action trailer which was directed by George A. Romero. At that time it had a kind of mythical quality, in the West at least, because you just couldn't see it pre-internet unless you were looking at games magazines, and you had to look at these grainy little screen grabs. So when we found out that the game was being remade and we were thinking about what we could do for it, we decided that we would do a live-action trailer as well to kind of honour that legacy in a completely new style, more fitting of the 2019 game.
Leon downturn fire. We've got a shot here.
I'm David Mills, I'm the director. So we wanted to be respectful to Romero's original, but without just simply remaking it. It was one of the most complex shoots we put together as a company, especially as the whole thing needed to be shot in a single day with 2 principals, dozens of extras, vehicles, weapons, blood effects. So what is really crucial to achieve this is having a talented crew, which we're very fortunate to get from across the film and television worlds. They're used to working on enormous and complicated productions, and it's that kind of experience and talent that you need because we had to get this right first time.
The costumes themselves are the ones that were 3D scanned into the game itself, so Capcom Japan very graciously sent those over to us. And so it was that level of authenticity that we really wanted to bring. We spent a long time casting and trying to find the right actors because we knew that, you know, they had to have the right look because this is such a famous property.
We decided early on that where Leon and Claire meet for the first time should be the climax. That's what it was in the original Romero trailer. It's iconic from both the original game and from the remake. So we built our story around that moment. And we felt it was important that they both had agency, so they both had their own story to tell as they do in the game.
You can do, go on.
I'm Jim Trinker, I'm head of post at Special Gun Productions. When you're in post-production, your work starts after everyone else's has ended, so you and the director get to the end of that exhausting shoot day and you both think, right, that was a good start. So then you go off and start the process of finishing the shots off with your motion graphics guy, your animators, your colorist, stuff like adding decals to walls, which we didn't have the time to do on set, but was actually really crucial for selling this as the Resident Evil world. Stuff like matching the color palette to the actual game so it looks consistent with the other assets that are out there.
Can I get playback on that, please? That was good. And then we'll do a wild track only version for sound, and then it's lunch, please.
Very little of the audio you record on set actually ends up in the final product, not usually. So a fortnight after you've wrapped the actual shoot, you're still hunched over a computer dropping footsteps and cloth rustling onto a timeline to make it sound convincingly like your actor is walking around. And you have to do it that way because paradoxically, if you just point a microphone at someone while they're walking around, it doesn't sound right later on.
There was a lot of pressure for us to pull this off, and I'm very proud of the work that was done by our cast and our crew.
I mean, the great thing about having such an experienced crew is as a director, you're always spinning so many plates, so it's great to have people of that ability around you so we can really just focus on storytelling and getting something that was really important to us and important to the fans right.
Excellent, that's a wrap. Cheers, everybody! Well done, everybody!